Okay. I'm gonna go through the way that you can create email signatures, and we will be using the HubSpot email signature generator for that. The first thing that you have to do is to go to a URL that will be provided. You can Google email signature generator HubSpot, and you will find that. So I'll just show you here. If I go to Google and put in email generator HubSpot, then we get this up here. It's a free software, so you can use it as you want, but we also have account with them, so that's easier for us. So the first thing you do is to select template number 5, which basically looks like this here. Then the next thing that you do is to go into the actual information that you have to put into. So your first name, last name. If you want to have a middle name, you can put that after the first name. So for example, if this is middle name here, then that can be put in here. And you can see things change live here on the right side. So you put in your job title, the department. So if you are Atlassian or if you are consultant or sales or something, if you don't want to have this, you can leave it out. So if you're a consultant, then you can put that in here. And then company name, that would be Demicon then in most cases, but then of course Team Next and D3. And then put in your the office phone number and put +49 in front of it. It's always better because if you're talking to international people, they don't have to look for the country code for Germany. And then the mobile phone number. Put in the website URL. You put in your email address. And if you put in, you don't have to put in the address, a physical address, but if you do, then put in the office that that is closest to where you are living, or the one that you would go to when the COVID is over. And then you put in your LinkedIn profile URL. You can find the LinkedIn profile URL by basically Googling your name, and then copy the whole URL here. To get to this, you probably have to click to go to the profile, your own profile. For example, you can't copy this, the feed. You have to basically copy the actual profile. So this here, this is what you need to copy. And then you put that in here. You can put it in your Facebook, your Twitter, and Instagram. There's nothing, there's no Sing in there, I'm sorry to say. So those that have Sing, then you can't use that. And then there's a custom field here. The custom field is something that you could put in, for example, if you have Agile certified, for example. Certified, yeah. And maybe a comma, and then you could put in ISO 27,000, whatever, like anything that you want to put in there that you think can help you kind of lift your profile up a little bit when people look at it. So the next thing that you have to do is to choose the colors and the font and so on. So the colors are actually in the style guide, which we will share with you also. And you can see here there's the light blue color and the blue sky and the night sky colors we will be focusing on. So we use the light blue color for these, so that you can see here the line that goes here and these different icons. They are this color. So for example, if you can see, if I change this to the dark color, everything becomes dark. But we want to differentiate it a little bit. And then you can see here also that we use a dark color for the links and so on. The one downside of using this generator is that they don't have the font we are going to be using as the brand font. The main reason is that these type of generators tend to be relatively limited, so we use Taoma and use medium size. You can change the font when you export this into your email program, but if you don't know how to do that, then you can just keep it as this font here. So now that you're happy with what you have, you put everything in. You can generate the signature, you can see it here. So this is roughly how it will look. Nice. And then you can either copy it here, and then you can put it into your preferred program. You can copy the source. If you are a little bit of a coder, you can play around with that. Or you can email it to your colleagues for them. If you want to make something for them, they can actually then take care of it, do it themselves. So if you want to add this to HubSpot, then you would click on this link here, and then it will teach you how to do that. These are 4 steps that you have to go, and then you go back. If you want to do it, put it into your G Suite, then you click on this one, and you can see here roughly how this is done. And this is relatively easy, straightforward to work with. And then if you have Outlook, then this is the way that you would use that. So there are ways for you to kind of help you put it in. I hope this was helpful. And remember, the main thing here is to start with this one here, choose number 5, then put in all the details. If you don't have everything, then leave it empty, and then make sure that you have the right colors. Tauma as a font, and then the font size medium, and so we can work with that. And then you don't have to do anything here. Leave this here as it is. Who knows, maybe we'll use it later. So hope this was helpful, and reach out if there's anything.